It was supposed to be a fun weekend getaway. 4 friends, Jake, Mia, Ryan, and Olivia, booked an Airbnb deep in the woods, looking forward to escaping city life for a few days. The listing described a charming old cabin, perfect for a peaceful retreat, and the reviews were mostly positive, except for a few that mentioned strange noises at night. They brushed that off, probably just overactive imaginations. When they arrived, the host wasn't there to greet them. Instead, they found a note on the kitchen counter: "Welcome. Make yourselves at home. Just a heads up, there's an old basement door that sometimes unlocks on its own. Nothing to worry about, just the house settling." They laughed it off. A creaky old house? Typical. The first night was uneventful until Olivia woke up around 3 a.m. She swore she heard whispering. It was faint, like a hushed conversation just outside her window, but when she looked, there was nothing but darkness. The next morning, Ryan mentioned something strange. He had woken up to use the bathroom and saw movement outside, a shadow passing near the trees. "Probably an animal," Jake said, shrugging. Then they found something disturbing. In the hallway, near the basement door, was a smudged footprint, bare, human. Too small to belong to any of them. The print was fresh. A creeping sense of unease settled in. That evening, as the sun set, the power flickered once, twice, then went out. They used their phone flashlights, navigating the dark house. That's when they noticed it. The basement door was slightly ajar. Hadn't it been locked before? Ryan hesitated before nudging it open a little more, shining his light down the stairs. The air smelled musty, damp. Then they saw it. Eyes, reflective, watching from the darkness. A loud bang came from below, as if something had just slammed into the door. They jumped back, slamming it shut and locking it. Then they heard creaking. Slow, deliberate footsteps, coming from upstairs. "There's no upstairs," Mia whispered, her voice trembling. Something was in the house with them. Panic set in. They grabbed their bags and bolted for the car, speeding away without looking back. But Olivia, shaking, breathless, glanced in the rearview mirror. Through the window of the Airbnb, a pale face was watching them leave. Expressionless, unmoving. Shaken, they called the host. When they described what had happened, there was silence on the other end. Then, in a low voice, the host muttered, "That house was my grandfather's. He disappeared years ago, but some guests say they still hear him wandering at night." Then he added something that made Olivia's stomach drop. "I thought you knew. The basement isn't a basement, it's a tunnel to the old root cellar." The call ended abruptly. Terrified, they searched online for any history about the property. They found an old newspaper article. The headline read, "Local man vanishes, only his shoes found near root cellar." It was dated 1954. A cold chill ran through them. The footprint near the basement door, the whispering, the shadow outside. Something had never left that house. They left a 1-star review, but never got a refund. But weeks later, Ryan received a message from an unknown number. A single picture. It was a photo of them, taken inside the Airbnb. They had never taken that picture. They never spoke about that weekend again. But they all knew one thing. Whatever was in that house, it had been watching them the entire time.